This is what I'm talking about, man. Oh my days. This thing finally dropped. I genuinely can't believe this. I've been here forever and I was thinking to myself, there's no way this thing would drop at this point. Hold on, wait. What are the stats? Please don't be below average.
Hey, welcome back to Jonquil, the self-made Maplist. An Ironman series on Artale with a few tweaks. It's a financial Ironman. I'm challenging myself to defeat all the area bosses in Maple, but I have to do it at the lowest level possible while having the lowest amount of HP possible, and also, my gear are things that I farmed and scrolled myself. If you're new here or forgot what the rules are, here's a reminder. Pause the video if you'd like to read them. Is it actually possible to take out all these area bosses without relying on Hyperbody?
So I'm on a quest to defeat all the area bosses in Maple at the lowest level possible with the lowest amount of HP. So far on my journey, I've managed to take out these bosses. You know, nothing crazy. Right now I'm looking for some gear upgrades before I move on to the next boss. My current gear is just barely holding on at this point. My Eagle Crow, the expiration date on that thing, beyond expired. I don't want to run into any issues taking on the next boss due to a lack of damage output. Red Willow gloves secured after 7 hours of being here. Of course, still no Heckler crossbow. You know what? I think it's time to move on at this point. I'm going to move to zombie Lupins because they dropped the level 50 crossbow, the Rower. This crossbow might drop faster than the Heckler, but at this point I don't know, and I kind of don't care. I just want a change of scenery. Okay, I just finished up my last Ludi PQ and I finally got the broken glasses. A little HP always helps. Okay, let me sit down and have a quick one-on-one with you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just downright criminal. This game is doing me so dirty. Look at this drop table. I'm gonna show y'all the drop table. All these things that you see crossed out here are things that I've gotten since farming Triple Rumo. I've been at these Triple Rumo from level 43 to level 49. I got a total of 5,832 flasks in about 7.5 hours of farming for the Heckler at this point. I know both of these mobs dropped the flask, but this is just to show you how many of these I've taken out. Come on now. All those things that I said in the past I was going to scroll in earlier episodes? Yeah, forget that one. I'm going to focus on scrolling things that I know I'm going to keep for a long time, since the drop rate is this low. Whenever I go farm, almost the entire drop table drops besides what I'm looking for. I think what really did it for me was the time I was farming those flower fish. The farming for the mushrooms I accepted because that was my first time farming for something very specific, so that wasn't really a big deal. I got like maybe 3 to 4 sets of the level 35 thief gear while farming those flower fish. Like, what are we talking about right now? Can we be serious? Cause I promise you, if this was a second job thief, I would have never seen those items. I think at this point, the best strategy is to just focus on leveling, rather than farming low level gear for the sake of progression. I'll just use the equips I have for now, at least until they're actually detrimental to the progress of this challenge. Spending more time farming just seems to be an absolute waste at this point. The more time I spend farming, the more experience I gain, and that just moves me further away from the level of the gear that I'm farming for. Based on how much time it looks like it's going to take for me to find these items, I think I should just focus on higher level items at this point. I'm officially retiring from the Heckler hunt. At this point, if I see it, cool. If not, keep it pushing. I'll still farm scrolls in passing though, to upgrade future things that I get. That's enough on that subject. I've been talking for like 3 to 4 minutes on the drop rate, and I just wanted to let you know. Level 50 and empty-handed. I wasn't able to get a better crossbow, but the run must continue. Time for a new boss attempt. This time we're hunting Faust. This boss is level 55 and is located in Alinea. let's check out the spot. Okay, you know what? I should probably comment on that mini shade segment that I slid in there at level 50 that you just saw. I'm not going back to that boss until like at least level 60 or level 70 at this point. I'm just over this shade nonsense at this point. I'm not entirely a fan of navigating the trees in this forest. I never truly remember where things are located because I'm not here often enough. I either have to use Hidden Street or just guess the portal location and say, well, here goes nothing. After a few channel changes, we found Faust. Okay, is Shade just cracked? Why are all these bosses that are higher level than Shade hitting for less damage? What exactly is going on here? Honestly, this boss wasn't that bad either. Similar to the giant centipede, Faust has a lot of HP compared to the damage I'm dealing. These loopings running back and forth are super annoying. They need to move back, respectfully. I can't even lie to you, I was hoping that one of them would just drop a level 50 crossbow mid-fight, and it would be such a dramatic moment to get a power-up mid-fight. Of course, that didn't happen. I need upgrades. Big time upgrades. These bosses and their HP aren't getting any smaller. These fights are gonna go from 7 minutes per boss to 30 minutes real quick. Speaking of fights, there's another boss that's the same level as Faust, so we're gonna go there immediately after this. Okay, finally Faust is down. I had one minor scare mid-fight from the touch damage. It's actually slightly higher than Faust's magic damage. We were able to overcome that boss. But the next boss might be a different story. I've been skating by so far. Ignore the whole Shade saga and that minor bump in the road and all that nonsense with Shade. But other than that, I've been skating by so far. Let's talk about the next boss. King Clang is located in Florina Beach. I never go here because I never have a reason to do so, so hopefully the boss is here when we pull up. We'll see. Let's go. You can get to the beach via Lith Harbor from Victoria Island. This is much more straightforward than Faust. Once you get to Florina, just walk right till you get to the last map and you're there basically. And I can't break his shell. I've been exposed. There's no way I'm staying here dealing 2s and 3s. Magic Conch. Should I stay here and break this shell? Bro, don't be stupid. I know you see that HP bar. I'ma be here for several hours trying to break this. Unfortunate. Truly. I'm actually curious to know why I can't break this shell. It looks kinda similar to the Shade situation, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. So that's a no-go at level 50. Let's circle back after a level or few with a new crossbow. Maple. Artale. Don't do this to me, please. Don't do this to me. At this point, I'll take any crossbow that's higher than my level 32 Eagle Crow. Back to farming a crossbow. We have a new goal. Well, same goal, new plan. This is a new spot for a different crossbow since the Aurora didn't want to drop. The level 60 crossbow. The Golden Crow. Bro, what the? You gotta be kidding me. I don't know what kind of update was pushed out today for the new Taiwan map. This lag is getting out of hand. It was tolerable before, but now it's just downright bad. Speaking of Taiwan, boss list update because Taiwan brought over a new boss. Snack bar. Level 85 with 1.4 million health points. I'm glad it's a higher level than where I'm at right now because I can still have an opportunity to fit it in the challenge. So we'll visit it once we get to that point. I took a look at Discord to see what other people's farming experience was like, and wow, it's looking scary. I thought I had it bad. I barely scratched the surface. If I combined all the etc. items I've collected from each farming spot, that might be one full stack of 9,900 items. Maybe a little more than that. Like 11,000 to 13,000 total items. Some people out there have 15 stacks of 9,900 items. I gotta keep looking for a weapon though. I can't keep using this Eagle Crow. It's just downright unacceptable at this point. I had enough. Enough of this. I keep getting the same items while farming here. No GFA 60s, no Golden Crow, new map. Finally, after I don't know how long at this point, I finally found a crossbow, the level 42 Silver Crow. This is what dreams are made of, or whatever Hilary Duff was singing about in that one movie. Not exactly what I was looking for, but you know what, I'll take it. I'll take it. Beggars can't be choosers at this point. Yo! This is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. LFG, and you know what? One more LFG. Let's go. I just found the roar like 5 minutes later after I found that Silver Crow. I don't actually know if it was actually 5 minutes later, but it felt like it. But that's actually crazy. I'm so glad this thing finally dropped. I thought it was a myth. I thought it was a legend. Wait, hold on. Let's see what the stats are before I get too hyped. Okay, decent. What a relief, like for real. I can't wear it though because it requires 50 strength, but that's an easy fix. Like this is nothing compared to farming this item for countless hours. We got the blue Lumati earlier that has 4 strength, and I have a total of 44 strength right now. So that puts us at 48 strength when I wear the Lumati. I just need an item that gives me a few more points in strength, and I know of a quest. We're here in Korean Folktown. The quest is located here, but it has a prerequisite. This bird NPC towards the top is who I'm looking for. We gotta find a lost seed from the moon bunnies. Nothing crazy. After we find the seed, we unlock 2 quests. Once you do one of these quests, you can't go back and do the others, so choose wisely. The quest I'm doing starts here at Nobu. All you gotta do is plant the magic seed on his roof and break it. He wants the drop that comes out of it. Once you break it, you can select a reward, and the rewards are shoes. I'm selecting the archer shoe. This shoe gives strength, and now I'm able to equip the rower. This overall is super blue. I'll get back to you after I level to 56. Alright, level 56. That half of a level was super fast now that I have appropriate gear. Because we hit level 56, it's time to go back to King Clang and see if I can break the shell this time around. If I can't, then I'll just push the boss back, I guess, similar to Shade. Since the issue I'm having looks like it's similar. At least I think it is at this point. Okay, let's see what's going on with this crab. Alright, I've seen enough. We can take him. time to make something shake. Seeing that 33 damage pop up on my screen gave me enough confidence to do this. This fight is possible, for sure. About halfway through breaking this shell, I was thinking to myself, man, I really hope that next one has less defense so I can deal more damage. This is crazy. Breaking his shell took about 7 to 8 minutes to do. Not too bad. Luckily for me, the next body had lower defense. Don't get me wrong though, this still took forever to do. I think the entire fight took like 22 to 25 minutes total. Quite a long time for just an area boss fight, at least compared to my previous boss fights. But he doesn't hit hard, so there's that. Maybe like 1/3 of the way through, I noticed something. This was while I was adjusting my position. I walked away from that blue ice looking thing that King Clang spawns over me, and I didn't get hit. I think that's dodgeable. I didn't bother trying to dodge it consistently. It's only hitting 500 damage, but that's good to know that you can dodge it if you like. 500,000 HP is kinda crazy, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I knew the HP going into this fight, but seeing the number on my screen hits just a little different. Like, wow, that's really the HP I'm up against. After some time, King Clang went down, turned him into a seafood boil. So there goes another boss. You love to see it. You know what? This gives me an idea. This gives me hope, actually. I know. I said I'd come back here much later, but listen, I was able to hit King Clang, right? Maybe I can finally hit Shade since I have a new weapon. That's definitely not how it works, but let's give it a try anyways. Why not, right? Absolute rubbish. I hate this ghost with a passion. You know what? This is my fault. Why did I think that was going to work? I should have ended the episode where I initially planned on ending it in the first place, right after the King Clang fight, on a high note. But I just had to come here and make myself look silly. I really hate to end the episode here in the exact same spot as the last 2 episodes, but the next segment deserves its own episode. Considering what happens in the next episode and how much stuff occurs in it, I don't want to bloat this episode with a bunch of stuff. So there's that. Tune in next time to see what danger lies ahead for Jonquil. If you like this episode, don't forget to like the video to support this channel, subscribe to stay updated. Thank you for watching, and do me a favor and have a good day for me.